Morning, everybody. Today we are at Princess Juliana Airport in St. Maarten. We're going to take this Piper Warrior. It's the Just Flight Piper Warrior. We're full fuel. We're going to take it over to St. Barths. Short little flight, a little bit windy today, and welcome aboard and enjoy the flight. First thing we have to do, though, is let's just set up the cockpit. So we're holding the brakes. The parking brake is set. Mixture, going to go full rich. I'm going to turn on our master switch. Alright, fuel gauges came on. Fuel pump is on. We're going to turn on our anti-collision light. Clear prop. Alright, I don't see anybody, don't hear anybody. And we'll start the ignition. Alright, engine started right up. Oil pressure's in the green. We'll go throttle to 1,000 or so. Mixture will lean. Alright, fuel pump comes off.
Juliana Airport Information Alpha 1500 Zulu. Wind 094 at 14. Visibility 6. Sky condition, few clouds at 2,600 feet. Temperature, tree 1. 2.10. Altimeter tree 0.03. Visual runway 10 in use. Landing and departing runway 10. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact UM Alpha.
TFFJ. There you go. And now we'll call ground and get our taxi.
Juliana Ground Piper, November Tree 42, November Echo request taxi for East departure with Alpha.
Piper November Tree 42 November Echo Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 10 via taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 10 using taxiway Alpha Piper 2 November Echo.
Taxi area looks clear. We're going to go to the right. Release the parking brake. And we'll do our crosswind corrections here. Alright, here's the hold short. Now we'll contact tower.
Juliana Tower Piper, November Tree 42, November Echo, at runway 10 ready for departure East departure.
Piper November Tree 42 November Echo altimeter tree 0.03 wind 094 at 14. Departure to the east approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 10.
Cleared for takeoff runway 10 Piper 2 November Echo.
Alright, we're clear for takeoff, so lights, action, mixture full rich, fuel pump on, and don't see anybody, so we are ready to go. Alright, 1010, full power. Airspeed's alive. There's 60. Rotate. climb out at 80.
Piper 2 November Echo, continue for east departure.
Juliana Tower Piper, November Tree 42, November Echo, continue for east departure.
Alright, engine instruments are still in the green. We're above 1,000 feet above the ground, so I'm going to turn off the fuel pump and the landing light. And I'm going to direct it here. We'll head direct to St. Barths. We're going to go up to 2,300 feet today. Quite an updraft here going over this mountain.
Piper 2 November Echo, leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Alright, let's get the airplane settled first. Aviate, then communicate.
Tower Piper, November Tree 42, November Echo, frequency change.
It does not have an AWAS or an ATIS. So we'll just have to go off of the weather at St. Maarten. So the winds are at 090. Which means we'll also be landing on runway 10 at St. Barths. We have a slight headwind. Our airspeed's about 100 and our ground speed's 90. Which makes sense. We are pointed to the southeast and the wind is coming out of the east.
Takeoff Foxtrot Juliet traffic Piper November Tree 42, November Echo, 11 miles northwest, 2,000 feet inbound to land runway 28.
Well, that's not right. I meant to land on runway 10. That's strange. It's only allowing me to choose runway 28. Very clearly the wind is favoring 10. So that's odd. St. Barths traffic, Cherokee 342 November Echo, 9 miles northwest of the field, inbound left base runway 10, St. Barths. The challenging thing about landing at St. Barths, obviously short runway and the terrain coming in towards runway 10. You have to kind of dive over a big cliff and time your power management properly so that you don't float down the runway and end up on the beach. Try to be as precise as we can. St. Barths traffic, Cherokee 342 November Echo, 6 miles northwest of the field, inbound left base, runway 10, St. Barths. Alright, before we come in to land, we'll just make sure everything's good to go. So seatbelts are on. Mixture is full rich. We're 5.5 miles out, so there comes on the landing light. Turn on the fuel pump when we're 3.5 out. Alright, that's 4.5 miles. We'll reduce power to 2,100 RPM. Let the nose come down and start a descent. Alright, there's 3.5. So we'll turn on a fuel pump. So that's all good to go. I'll start slowing down the airplane a little bit. We're in the white arc, going to give it 1 notch of flaps. And we'll pitch for 90 knots. Second notch of flaps. We'll pitch for 80. Pitching for our airspeed, going for altitude. Alright, there's a mile and a half. We'll do the last notch of flaps. We'll pitch for 70 knots. I can see the runway over the hill. This is one thing that the Just Flight Warrior is not programmed well at. Right now I have to hold like 2,000 RPM in order to come in at 70 knots and 500 foot per minute descent. In real life this would be like 1,700 RPM. So the drag coefficient on the flaps is too hot the way that they programmed this. Alright, surely before we come over this hill I'm going to go power to idle just so that we can afford to dive down. We'll try not to hit the road. Okay, when the nose touches this big house right here, right there, that's when I'm going to go power to idle. Oh, I mistimed it. Smooth touchdown, but further down the runway than I would have hoped. Alright, flaps up. Make sure we'll lean again. Fuel pump off. We're going to park it right in front of this guy over here. So, first would be mixture idle cutoff. Alright, then that comes off. Lights, master.